In this video, I'm going to show you how to tie the San Diego jam knot. The San Diego jam knot is one of the best fishing hook line knots to attach a monofilament line like this to a hook. The chance of you losing a fish is pretty low. I'll tell you the story of where the San Diego jam knot came from at the end of the video, and the pros and cons, or the advantages and disadvantages of this knot. What you do is you take your line. You're going to need a lot of line, so don't be skimpy on this bad boy because of the structure. First, you pass the running end through your hook, and then again you get a lot of line, more than you might think. And what you're going to do is you're going to run this line out a certain length, and then you're going to loop it back on itself and begin spinning it on itself. Now, as you watch, you'll see what happens. What you do is you simply wrap around. Now, of course, my hook is absurdly heavy because I'm fishing for huge sharks or big tuna or whatever. But what you do is you just keep spinning it around. Spinning it around, and I'm going to say spin it around. You want to do this on monofilament probably 8 to 10 times. All right, keep going here. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Now you're going to want to end up with some running end here. And what you do is you slide this knot down. Slide it down. So you can see the structure here. You pass through and then you loop back on itself. And then what you do is you pass the running end through the loop that is on the eye of the hook. So you pass it through here. See that? Yep. And then here's the magic kicker. See, once you get it through that loop, the very top spiral that you started with, you're going to put the running end, which is this end here, after you put it through the loop that the eye of the hook has, and you're going to bring it up and pass it through the top loop. Now, this might be a challenge. This is tough to do in a waggling boat, but this knot generally will not fail if tied correctly. So once you tighten here, what you're going to do is you're going to spit on this knot, and then you're slowly going to tighten the knot, and as you pull it, the knot structure will begin changing shape a little bit, and it will clamp down on this thing like no tomorrow. And there you go. That is the San Diego jam knot for fishing, one of the strongest knots there is. As you can see, the San Diego jam knot is a little more complicated to tie, but now I'm going to share the advantages and disadvantages, which I talk about in my book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know. On page 72, I give a good long discussion. You can also see the very clear and easy to understand illustrations here. But the advantage of the San Diego jam knot is this knot has virtually the same strength as the line that it is tied on. Most knots lose anywhere from 30 to 50% of the strength from the actual line through the knot, but just the structure of the San Diego jam knot translates the load onto the hook or whatever you're attaching it to, that you get something like 90 to 95% of the strength of the line. So the chance of you losing a fish or losing whatever you're attached to because of knot failure is super, super low. So that is a huge advantage of the San Diego jam knot. Hang on for the story. The big disadvantage is this thing is tough to tie when you're standing on a rocking boat and trying to spin this around, put it through the eye and put it back through. But once you learn how to tie the San Diego jam knot, you will never lose a fish because you're not and then disconnected. You'll lose a lot of fish for other reasons, but not the San Diego jam knot. Here's a story you've been waiting for, and I talk about that in my book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know. On page 73, is the San Diego jam knot was originally designed and created by the tuna fleet of San Diego way back when, that kind of pooped out in the mid-80s to 90s because of other reasons. But the tuna fishermen tried to do all sorts of things. They improved clinch knot, all this, but they figured out by reversing the improved clinch knot and creating the San Diego jam knot, they simply stopped losing fish. Now that's the story I've been told. I was too young at the time to actually talk to the fishermen, but that is the story that runs around with the San Diego jam knot. The arguably strongest fishing knot there possibly is to catch huge tuna to feed you and your family. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please check out links below in the description of my books. Antarctic Tears, Lost at Windy Corner, Adventure Expedition 1, How to Keep Your Feet Warm in the Cold, the Jackson Hole Hiking Guide, 50 Jackson Hole Photography Hotspots, the most crucial knots to know, and my 2024 Total Eclipse Guides, as well as my show, Antarctic Tears. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more info like this.